All right. On the last video, I put in the comments, would anybody like to see a tier list? And it got some likes and some people asking for one. So I thought I might as well make one. So here we are. So we have the tiers. I don't have anything lower than C tier because I don't think anything here is unusable. Some things are just harder to use than others. So Z tier is easy to play. You can just pretty much do whatever and you'll still find success with this. S is it takes a little more work to get the same results as the upper tier. A is middle of the pack, not more difficult or less difficult to play the game with than they're missing something that these have, but they're not actively detrimental to your gameplay. B is where it's takes a bit more effort than these guys, a fair bit more effort than these guys to um find success with. And then C is just like you're kind of just actively shooting yourself in your foot playing this. Like you can still find some success. It's just it's not going to be as good. So, we're going to start things off with androids, and androids are an easy Z tier. Androids have access to key drain, so they basically have a good matchup into the most dominant damage type in the game, which is key damage. Um, Key drain is free, basically. Like if you M1 key drain, you get so much key back. You win. You're winning so much more every time you land key drain that it's ridiculous. To where they can't be lower than Z. I'm sorry. To me, at least. Like you have Android players complaining, don't fall for their propaganda. Android is still broken. Android is going to continue to be broken. They don't need their form right now, but when they get their form, they're going to be all the better for it. All right. Next, we have appules. So before, I would have considered putting a pool like down here just because they're missing out on both resistances. But the amount that they lose isn't that bad. Actually, I'll show you guys. Um, so this is a stat calculator I made, and so if we go to alien here, go to we'll go to generic first, and then just nix that real quick. So you have you get 150 key resistance from perfected fear, 330 melee resistance. And so I was sitting here thinking maybe a pool's not the best because they're missing melee resistance, but honestly that's still not that bad. That's still workable. So for that, I think they can go in A. They might be able to go in S just because like their melee damage gets pretty insane. But I'll keep them in A for now. Now on the other hand, Beerus is going in C right now. Um, Beerus, it's just like you want to just do damage as a Beerus. You don't want to be pumping your key resistance. Like 225 key resistance, you have less key resistance in form than a Saiyan when they get Super Saiyan 3. Or I could be wrong. No, you might have as much. Like, let's go 150 Saiyan here, and then we'll just clear these guys. Super Saiyan 3. Okay, you have a little bit more, but that's not saying much. Like Saiyans, you know how much damage you're taking in Super Saiyan 3. You were taking in Super Saiyan 3 when you first got it from like some of these bosses and stuff. Like they're only 25 points higher than that with a perfected form, mind you. And you're not trying to invest into key resistance as like a Beerus. You just want to do damage. All right? But you can't take damage. Like fear was probably one of the worst transformations you could have received as a Beerus race, which is unfortunate. Um, so yeah, that's the reason for their low ranking. Actively detrimental to your game plan. Now next, we have birders, and birders are also going in C tier. Birders gain speed better, but they gain melee damage worse, which is just a conflict of interest. So like you're getting all this speed, but you can't utilize those M1s because you just, you know, like don't do much melee damage. All right. getting through like some of the bad alien races, we have Dodoria, which I think might have the credentials to get put in Z, just because the Dorias are so tanky. Like uninvested, like you go to Doria here, and then you look at that 225. You have you have what the Beeruses have, for key resistance in Perfected Fear as your base. Like that is so good. And then they're getting 150. You can round that out because you're already trying to be like tanky. You can put those last remaining points into key resistance right now, which I don't think you should do because we're gonna get more forms in the future. Like Beerus is only bad right now because Fear is their best form. That's the only reason Beerus is bad right now. Next update, Beerus might be back like to usable, but Dodoria is really nice right now. Like you can just sit here and like take hits. Sponge Capsule. Well, Sponge Capsule got not Sponge Capsule. Life Capsule got nerfed, so Sponge Capsule got nerfed. So you don't really have as much like leeway as you did before. So yeah, Dodoria Z, and then to follow them is Frieza. Frieza is just broken. They just do so much damage. Like the thumbnails low key clickbait because Friezas are still broken. Like I'm I don't see a world where Friezas are not broken. So yeah, I need to fix this page of the thing. I gotta remember to do that later. So yep, Frieza's still good. Generic, generic is just like it's just Jiren with no sauce, you know. Like I guess a pool can go in S just because they do more. They have like gain more damage, but generic's just like it's just kind of it's all right. It's not broken. Not But well, I mean, it's a fear user, so it's good on that premise. But eh. Okay, humans. This is where I might lose some of you. I think humans are an S. I think humans are at top of S. Um, so when it comes to Mystic Kaioken perfected, because a lot of people are just wishing for perfected forms, and mastery is a lot easier to get now. So I mean, you might just be able to master your form outright just playing the game now instead of having to collect the Dragon Balls and wish for mastery. But do you see how many stats that they have total while in perfected Mystic Kaioken? This is like I'm not multiplying the key max. It's just like gonna be up to the players. But yeah, like that's a lot of stats. And then like 390, that's like the biggest boost of any form right now. You do lose health, so maybe you put some points into health. Like I don't know. I'm not like really like a human, or I'm not really like a human player. I have a human, but he's not like that high. Like you put like you split like between your HP, key max, melee damage, and then like you'll probably be fine because they're probably gonna have more health draining forms in the future if we're being honest. And Kaioken's just not gonna be able to fall out of relevance because as you get stronger, the ability to just multiply your damage that much just gets so much better. They basically have red beans. Like all right. Um. So now we have Jirens, and Jirens are S because their passives and their transformations just synergize way too well. Like the rage or whatever it's called boost that they get for being low, and then the key health. It's just too good. Like it's still good right now. I saw like a build using the black flash capsule, and yeah, like they just got so much key back so quickly. All right. Majins. Majins are just Z. Like absorb just puts too much pressure on players, and you get regeneration, you health regens from your form. Like you can if you land absorption, you're doing so much damage, and like this is like a PvP and PvE tier list, by the way. I forgot to say that at the beginning. So yeah, um, like I feel like most of the things that are good in PvE are also good in PvP, except for one, and we'll get to them later. But yeah, um, Majins are just absorb, just apply so much pressure, and then you have reform to get like that little bit of health back. Reform plus your regen. Your form does drain key heavily though. But yeah, like Majin's just too good. They have too many gimmicks going their way. And if you're doing a bounty, you can like absorb something like, let's say your target's a Frieza, you absorb a shielded tank, you get like 300 extra key resist, and then you just go and like beat on that Frieza, and then you just like you catch them in one absorb, and then they're just cooked. So yeah, Majins are just better. Mushroom is above generic just because they have Gum Gum Pistol. Gum Gum Pistol is just still a really good move. Um, Not much else to say. They're just generic but better. Namekians, hmm, Namekians, hmm. I'm trying to think, cause it's like that key drain is heavy. Like if I can already feel the change to the key max, like the key max change to God key, if I can feel that on my Saiyan, then I can only imagine how bad it is for Namekians. So I think they might have fallen just a tad. Like before, I would have easily put them in Z tier, but right now, I think they're top of S. I think they beat all these guys like pretty easily. They just do more damage, and they can just do more damage with God Key because none of these guys have God Key, so they kind of just like beat on them. All right, Pikkon. Pikkon is S. I think it's tied with the Doria. Like these two are interchangeable for me right now because Pikkon, you literally get so much like your key resistant, not key resistance, your key max. Oh, is just outrageous. Like as a Pycon, you don't have to invest in Keymax. You're getting more of like the best stat in the game. Like that's crazy. I saw like PSL Sam's build for Pycon. He changed it recently, but the other build where he had like the unkillable build that he called it, um, it was really nice. Like I suggest you check that video out. Check out his new video too. You just have to get through like the beginning. He was trolling a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. Uh, PyCon like 225 key max without investing right now. That's crazy. And then you're losing out on speed, in which speed has diminishing returns over time. So it's honestly nice to lose out on speed to gain more of the biggest resource like in the game because everybody needs key max, and just having that like extra key max, then you can just match your health with your key max, and then maybe you want to boost that speed like a little bit, and then up your resistance by however much. Like I don't know, you just get like so much out of Pycon. Like you don't have to invest in your key max, which is really huge, and I think that earns them a spot in Z tier. All right, Cyberman. Cyberman's just generic, but with self destruct. Self destruct's like, it's all right. Um, hmm. Let's see. Now we're on to Saiyan. Saiyans aren't as bad as they were before. All right. I think Saiyans can work in. I think S is like. I think S is the highest I can put them personally. Next is Yardrats. Yardrats are just like generics too, basically. Like, but you spawn with instant transmission, which is good, I guess. Like, you have access to that move off rip, which can come in handy. Um, yeah. And then Tuffles are just Z. Like, you get access to all these guys' forms at their best, except Namekians, except Freezes. I think. I don't think they have access to gold, which is interesting. I guess you just don't have access to like the forms locked into the H bind. I think that's what it's coming to. So yeah, I think we just get rid of the C tier, and then that makes this round out. Yep. So that's my opinion on all these guys. Like I said, there's nothing like unusable. There's just things that are worse than other things, which is fine. Like the reason why my Z tier is so top heavy is because these guys are just playing the game easier than everybody below them. Like Freezes get five Zenkais, Android just drain your key, Immortal, Pressure God gets access to every form perfected. Like honestly, yeah, no, I think Namekians still go in Z tier. I think they still go in Z tier. I think Saiyans and humans are like comparable right now. I want to say because it's just like Saiyans, you have to blitz your opponent right now, in order to like be viable, and you're getting like a lot of your stats like speed from capsules because of just how like weak Super Saiyan God is, like stat gain wise. Like it's not weak as in damage and defense. It's just like the speed. It just leaves something to be desired, you know. But yeah, these are my overall thoughts. Disagree with me, leave your opinions in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see future videos. I will upload a video going over the stat calculator and how to use it here soon. So stay tuned for that. I'll leave a link in that video to it. I just need to finish polishing up some things. I need to add giants. There might be some other things I need to add in the future, but I'll just update it as time goes on. Stay safe and peace out.